All right. Good morning. Welcome to Brunch. I see in the chat something about duckutus, which to me is a Star Trek reference. And the only thing I can think of is like duckutus of Borg. And I'd really like to see that picture. I don't care if that was the original intent of the of saying it, but that is definitely what I want to see. The music, it's a song called it's a song called "Pizza and Porn" that Moonborn created for us. And he did it because I always joke that when I pop into Cap's streams, that his music in the background sounds like a mix between 70s porn music and The Matrix. So he came up with Pizza and Porn, and I do love the song, and he's going to do more stuff for us. So, show him that love. We'll rip the Band-Aid off. Obviously, I posted a video yesterday, a very raw video. Some stuff happened right after I got out of the movies. My wife and I went to go see Hard Eyes, and I thought we were all past all of this stuff, and then boom, obviously, it happened again. So it kind of hit me pretty hard. I did not tag anyone in that video. I did not put on any pomp and circumstance. I usually find it easier to express myself through text. And, trying to explain what I feel like in the last week has been really hard through text. And I feel like I've never been able to get it out the right way. So that was the purpose of the video, was to really express what has been going through my head this last week, and how it's been going through my head. We did get some information when I woke up this morning, but I'm gonna keep that to myself for now. But I am doing all right. We got a lot to do today, and unfortunately I don't have as much time as I normally would have. My wife and I are most likely going to the movies. We're going to go see Companion before the Super Bowl, and the movie starts at 11. I don't know if we're going yet or not. I took my vitamin D. I don't know if we're going to the movie or not yet, just because she is up for, I don't want to say a promotion. Her job shifted some things over, so now she needs to be rehired as a not contractor. And they did suggest that she apply for a slightly higher position. So I guess if she gets it, it's a promotion, but it's also kind of her interviewing for the job that she's already had for 3 years. So she's very anxious and upset and annoyed by that. So that stuff affects her pretty greatly. So, I don't know if we'll be going to the movies. It depends on how she feels when she wakes up. But we do have a lot that needs to get done. And so we're going to get kind of started on that and get through our TB. So this TB, I did my phase 1 for the first time in a while. I don't normally do phase 1 because we do it so easily. I did not do as good as I usually anticipate doing. But I was testing a bunch of new teams out, so I'm not too bothered by it. I wanted to try a few things. I released a couple compositions online through our TB library, some things that I found that did work really nicely. Well, let's see what we got going on here. We're gonna do. Let's get the fleets out of the way first. My voice sounds hoarse. I'm not sick. I got over being sick a few weeks ago. You know, that's just me. This is my somber voice, my more reserved voice. How's Ray doing with SLKR? I on 3 separate accounts, I was able to auto Dathomir with SLKR. On 3 separate attempts, twice on my account, twice on, or once on Moonborn's account. So I can say it seems pretty reliable. Of course, we don't kill the stupid tie. Come on, like really? I would love to get my DS, my SLKR squad to R8. I was joking with Fat Phil about that last night, actually. I would really love to get him to R8 to try out Haven class and play with that. Unfortunately, with our, you know, bi-weekly pull and all of the stuff, like having to get Ahsoka in the near future, I don't have the signal data to do willy-nilly projects right now. I was joking with him about buying a vault literally just to buy signal data, which is obviously exactly what CG wants me to do. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I have a mortgage. I can't drop $100 in one go right now. Who gets the boot? So I booted. Who did I boot? I booted Officer. I kept Crew in the lineup. I kept Hux in the lineup. Sith Trooper because of all of the AoE and crits, and then Dark Ray. And I didn't really feel worried. My SLKR squad is actually like my redheaded stepchild. Like, they're all R7. They're not super well modded, and they still managed to do it without any problem. So one day I'll get them all to R8. I want to get there's a few things I want to get to R8. To make all the pull options DS Ray. That's the thing. The thing with the SLKR squad is that it does not auto well because it has so many mechanics involved with it. So it does not play autos super well. You know, if we're talking about the absolute best comp, my comp probably isn't the best comp. But that's not my focus, right? My focus is doing things on auto. On auto. I lost my train of thought. But I did. What I will tell you is that I also used in GAC. I just won my last GAC now that I'm tryharding. I took my SLKR and DS Ray with 1 Omicron against a 3 Omicron Hezra Relic 9 Ahsoka team. And even with my shitty mods and all Relic 7, I still won and did not feel like I was ever in a position to lose. So that was nice. Let's see. What is that? Heads or tails? Is that you, Sar, who the Borg duck. I love it. Oh man. Thank you for that. Ooh. Oh, I didn't mark timestamps. Let's just say 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes sounds good. We are going to hit 42 this time. I would like to hit 43 in the near future, but it's going to heads and fails. I said heads and tails because there's a guy Tailspin on Discord. I apologize, but thank you. You guys always mess me up when your YouTube/Twitch name is different from the name that you use on Discord. So I'm hoping to get 43 in the near term, but it's going to come primarily from combat GP, and that's a lot of combat GP. The nice thing is that combat GP, because of the preloading, it compounds from day 4 all the way to day 6. So while it looks like almost 150 million in combat GP, it's not as bad as it sounds. That does make you better. It does. I will give you that, UB. Let's see. This is Vandor. We know. I believe this can auto. But I think we're going to want to put the tank in. Inferior trash. Remember, it's positive vibes, UB. It's positive vibes. The goal is positive vibes. The goal is just don't be dicks to each other. Right? If nothing else, just don't be an asshole to each other. Alright, at least we still got the death thing. So for comparison, would an 80 waves post day 1 CM completion be a good score for a 10 million roster? I don't necessarily know what you mean. You mean day 6? Because day 1, I think it's... I don't remember how many waves. I think there's 21 waves in day 1. Elaborate. Alright, we're doing okay today. My goal is just to beat Fat Phil's waves. I think he said 108 is what he got. That's our only job today. That's all we care about. Oh, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, that would add about 20 waves to you, so about 80. Like that's not a bad score at all. In all honesty, like even a little bit. Let's see. While this runs, we're gonna who to bet on. Give me 1 second. I just want to check my messages to Phil yesterday. To see, where is that? Phil. He got... He's giving me shit for not having an R9 QA. What an asshole. Those are all in the morning. Where's our nighttime messages? 108 waves. Alright, that's our goal for today. Who do I have for the Super Bowl? You know I'm a Broncos fan, but I hope the Eagles win. I am tired of Kansas City winning constantly. I'm tired of Bones and his team being all good and shit. Like, let's just get it over with, rip the Band-Aid off. Am I doing all of the special missions in ROTE? I'm not doing them all. I am doing Kira in day one, which, by the way, Maroc Omicron is amazing at. So Kira in day one. Obviously Zepho in day two. Mandalore and Merrin in day three. I believe those are all of the special missions that I'm doing right now. I would like to do the Saw one, but again, I don't have the... I don't have the resources right now to invest in those things anymore. I need to find myself a Swoogadaddy. Everybody else seems to have one. Bones has one. Scribe has one. So I need to find myself a rich Swoogadaddy to buy me vaults every month. I guess I get the joke. I don't follow NBA though. We're lucky that I follow the NFL at all. I'm not doing Inquisitors P4 yet. I would like to. I've been very slowly building up my Inquisitors to Relic 8. They were a short-term goal a long time ago, and it just fell to the wayside because of everything coming out. I did just take Third Sister to Relic 8, but I need to be careful of how quickly I bring things to Relics right now. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, Third Sister, she's my only Relic 8 right now. I will definitely take Maroc because he fucking annihilates things. He is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shit show. Alright. Let's see. I don't know if this is gonna work at all because I don't have Old DACA. Old DACA is 1, 2, 3. I wonder, actually, hold on. I wonder if this lets you. No, okay, it doesn't. Some missions let you do it with 4, so I wonder if I had one more R9, if they would be able to do it. So Old DACA got donated to 2 platoons at Relic 9. So we are just going to try this and see if it is enough. So why was the computer not able to take its hat off? Mother drive, RAM, BIOS. The caps lock was on, motherfucker. Okay, so you're going with keyboard puns, and I'm trying to think of like the internal dialogue of a computer. I do enjoy it. I love me a good dad joke. Somebody at the dojo yesterday, one of the kids, they told me a joke. It was, I'm not good at an impression, but I'll try it. He said, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" And I was like, "I don't know, man, why?" And he goes, "Because," like a chicken. And I thought it was funny. I had never heard that one before, and it made me laugh. Are you going to tell me a binary joke? Or a non-binary joke? See what I did there? That was me breaking my own rules, but I think at least you would appreciate it. Yeah, I think somebody said that joke on Discord recently, and because I'm not a programmer, it went over my head. I think Belloc was trying to explain it, and I was like, I don't understand. All right, so that worked out beautifully, right? That was nice. Didn't even need DACA. That is good to know. Let's actually... So I've been working on something. Day tags for all my teams. So let us put that in there. Night Sisters. DS open. Right? Create new squad. So LS open. I see, I get the only 10 types joke will get it. That I get. What are we at wave-wise? Okay, I need 2 more waves to tie Phil. Let's do Leia. Let's see if I know Leia has done this before. Don't really want to use any R9s on this though. Let's try it. Okay, you guys are going over my head now. None of this makes sense to me. I'm confused and I'm scared. Confused and scared. Okay, what about this one? Somebody told me this joke. So, we all know that 6 is afraid of 7. But did you know that 7 is afraid of 6 too? For 6, 8, 10. That's my bad joke for the day. You're welcome. All right, we are 1 wave behind Phil. And if we hit 109 waves, I need everyone to tag Phil and be like, Egnards got you. And if we don't beat his waves, I need everyone to completely ignore it and forget that I said anything. Ooh, all right, we're gonna take this off auto. We're gonna get rid of that motherfucker. And now I think we're okay. %, tag him. So we're gonna tie him on this if I win. Whether we win or not. But I need everyone to tag him and be like, you only got 108 waves, Egnards got more. If we get more. Right now we're gonna tie him. This is the tiebreaker. But this is the tie, not the tiebreaker. And actually, next TB is my winter break. So I am thinking there'll be early morning streams most likely, but I'm probably going to stream myself doing my whole TB and really put the effort in there. All right, so we have tied him. We're at 108. Look at these motherfuckers, 145 waves, Han. Not too many more battles I can do. Let's do C. A nightmare. Where's Hodhead? Hod when we need him. Hod is our resident bad jokes person. Ooh. All right, all I need to do is get 1 for 2 on this. Listen, UB, if the musings of an internet stranger mean anything, we've talked a lot over the last couple of months. I'm proud of you. You know, drugs are bad. Drugs are bad, okay? And I know it can be tough. I have friends that have gone through that, and I get it. But it just takes taking the right steps is really what it comes down to. Ooh. All right, so we officially have 1 more wave than Phil right now. This is gonna start a war between us, and that's okay because he is a friend. He gets me. When I posted that message on Discord and I made fun of his Discord, he actually messaged me and he's like, "Dude, this is the funniest thing I've ever read." So like, I know who I can joke with and who I can't. Alright, that's Sortie. We can't do Sortie. We can, however, do Empire and just Dark Side. Who do we throw in? Every one of you is useless to me, but you have a revive for yourself. I don't have R9 Geos. There's only one person that I know who has R9 Geos. Pazad. Is that you, Hazad? Are you trying to get me to R9 my Geos? My Geos are barely relicked. You'll be the second. Okay, so... Oh, no, come on. Can we at least get a... Can we get 1 for 0 or 1 for 2 or whatever? Like, if we can go 1 for 2, I'll be okay with this. I don't know if we're gonna go 1 for 2. Stop with these damn stuns. I bet this would work on manual. Okay. gonna get the 1 for 2, I think. We got the 1 for 2. I'm happy with it because I really didn't even think that was gonna work at all. That's all right. Yeah, but we don't manual here. We only manual some fleets. That's all we manual. I don't think Jabba's gonna work here because I don't have any of his squad. 2 of them are light side. So I'm not even gonna waste time because that's all that will be. But sometimes this leftover squad seems to work here. So we are going to do the leftover squad. On Mothma, Radis, Padawan, Obi-Wan. I usually use Master. Really depends on if... This is one that I do on manual, but it really relies on certain things. So we'll see. Right now it looks okay. If no, that's gonna suck because Jedi Knight Luke is, yeah. So if Cat is dead, it's gonna be a lot harder. Really hoping to get that stun off. All right, well, that's not gonna work then. But I will say that we did beat Fat Phil's waves, so if everybody can go in and make fun of Fat Phil in a loving manner because we love him, and he will get a kick out of it, that would be funny to me. And I think he would find it funny too and become defensive and then start a whole war that we will enjoy. 730. Okay, that needs to stop there. Vandor next 320. This is getting where it needs to be. This has to go to 350. Where are we at? Let's take this to 375. Confirm. All right, we have to do a few things. I need to save my mods on Discord, so we're gonna lose game whatever in a second, game connection in a second, because it is raid time. Okay, data fetched 5 days ago, blah, 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 blah. Data. Da, 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 da. Gotta go to hot utils. It's time for hot utils. Right. Mods, loadouts. Base loadout. Where's my base loadout? Let us update the base loadout. Ba-da-da-da. All right. Base loadout is updated. Let's send out a thing on Discord to the guild. TB deployment. Notify true. And we're going to reload the game. All right, while this is going on, actually, I'm going to go refill my coffee cup real quick. Why didn't I think to do that? I'll be right back, and we're going to get started on the raid. Sorry for ruining the music. Hot utils as spending. So I have two thoughts on that. My spending counter really has to do with giving CG money, so I don't think I would count that. But also, I don't pay for my hot utils. I haven't ever. I think it is an awesome utility. I cannot see myself spending that money on the utility. My guild leader has a guild membership, which gives you 3 non-guild memberships. And because I do TB for the guild, he felt that I should have one of those memberships. So I don't pay for it. I've had hot utils for like 3 years now, never spent a dime on it. And the person who is spending a dime on it would be spending that dime on it regardless of if I were the person with the account or not. We are at 45. Let's get this raid going, huh? This should go much faster with the new changes. Get this out of the way. Ba-da-da-da-da. I'm not pirating hot utils. I'm using a guest account as it is intended to be used. Guild accounts come with 3 chilies or jalapenos or whatever it is, and one of those was given to me. Just like my Duolingo account has 6 slots for friends, and I have made sure that all 6 of those slots are full. Some of them by friends and some by people on the internet who send me a very small amount of money to cover their portion of the account. Ba-da-da-da-da. I don't know about you guys, but I have been much less frustrated by this raid lately. It has been very, very nice how much less pissed off I am. And every once in a while I still have to reset like the 3-man squad sometimes does not get exactly what it needs to. But overall, in general, it does what it has to do, and I get it done in under an hour, and I'm typically much happier. Man, I don't know. Here's the thing. Based on the timeline we had for Crate and the timeline that we had for Endor, we should be seeing a new raid by March, and that is clearly not the case because we don't even have any information. So I think I'm on the bandwagon of them having increased the timeline and putting it towards something that'll probably have to do with Jedi Vanguard at this point, you know, and some people are saying an Order 66 raid, which I really didn't think they were going to do. But here we are, you know. You know, we're there, and that's, I guess that seems to be what's going to happen at this point. And I'm not glad that it's happening, but, you know, at the same time I am, because they've added this quality of life, I'm not as pissed off by this raid. I have contended from the beginning that the raid itself feels more like a raid than past raids. Even if the mechanics make it feel not good a lot of the time. Yeah, there would be some overlap, you know, especially with like Luminara and everything, probably. And I think that that's not a terrible idea when you think about like, when you think about like the overlap of, they always try to have a new squad to invest in, but also try to have one or two squads that most players would already have. So I do think that while, Ani, you don't want to use your shitty Jedi, that for all of the people that did at least partially invest in those things, they will have a built-in team or most of a built-in team already. You know, I didn't mind using my shitty Jedi. It's just that the raid itself felt insurmountable. And because of that, it made using those squads annoying. I do like using characters that I don't normally use. I will say my theory, which goes along with it, when it comes to the new era, they did say, they never said that Jocasta New's whole squad was going to be new. And in the past, they have had, like Leia, a lot of her requirements were there to build up old squads. And I'm thinking some of next era's characters are going to be used to build up some squads that people aren't using. And I personally enjoy that. I like when old squads get some new life. You know, when it comes to new Bad Batch, they've already admitted that the legendary unit that they wanted for Bad Batch, the legendary unit / event, or whatever the culminating factor was, that they're not doing. And I think they will still do it, just later. So I think Bad Batch is kind of a wash. Now, they might be a good team, but I am stopping all... they did not... Yes, it'll all be new. I'm stopping all crystal investment in Bad Batch, personally. I was buying the 5-pack... with them, and I'm not going to do that now, because I think they've straight up said, you know, that nothing is coming short term with them. But I do think that it will still be an important team, just not as important. You know what? We don't really... New is obviously going to have some new stuff related to her, so we don't fully know what that squad is going to look like. But I personally think it's going to have some old stuff attached to it. And I don't hate that. I think she's a cool fucking character. I honestly do. I think she's just this interesting. I've always resonated with interesting characters that don't make as much sense. I've said it before. In HOTS, when I played HOTS, I played Abathur. And Abathur's whole thing was he sits in the base and you control the battlefield with his special abilities outside of like actual battle, and I just loved that. I thought it was like the coolest idea. When I played League of Legends, because we all hated ourselves at one point in our lives, I always gravitated towards like the characters that had infinite growth potential. Because I thought it was an interesting mechanic, even though generally those characters started out a lot slower in the early game. I do think that because Bad Batch has been signaled as not immediately important, it gives people time to work on things that they, maybe are passion projects, which I do think is needed sometimes. The one thing with my mic here is I can't see my buttons, which is annoying, but it's all right. I guess I could look at the stream elements screen to play, which is kind of counterintuitive, but it's okay. I do remod, which is why we stopped to go into hot utils. My first two teams, Gungans and Queen, I don't remod. So these are my base mods for them. I also don't remod my Beck team. It's just a leftover squad to get a little extra. I do remod my 3-man. And I do remod my Luminara. So after this battle, we're going to go back into hot utils because I was dumb before. And I went into it not realizing I could save and load mods at the same time. So we'll go back into hot utils. We'll bounce those mods over. Yeah, Ani, and that's kind of what I'm doing, but obviously I have to be, I've looked at a lot of people's accounts, but again, remember, like, I see so many accounts that it's really hard for me to remember each one, but like where I'm at in the game, I always have to be cognizant of what's new. I always have to be not on top of what's new, but I have to like be aware of it and consider it. So I am being more cautious about putting too much into side projects, but I am putting more effort into some side projects. As for the Sith trio, I've seen mixed reviews. Some people have said it's harder. I have personally found it to be easier. It is not 100% reliable. I do have to refresh sometimes, but I have definitely found that I'm refreshing a lot less, even with the trio team. I didn't even go hard for the Ahsoka stuff, like I still don't have Ahsoka. Hey, nice show. We were actually just talking about that. I don't even have Ahsoka yet. I'm working on it. Now, I'm not even doing my 3 refreshes a day strictly on Hera. I'm doing my 3 refreshes a day primarily on signal data, and doing a little, like, my midday on Hera, because I can control her a little bit easier and how fast or slow it goes. And when I get to the point where I do need to speed it up, you know, that's when I will control her, because I need the signal data more than that. But Naisho, you know, we were talking about Bad Batch, and basically, I think they're a great team. I think they're cool. I love the idea of Betcha, which I know not everybody has enjoyed. So I don't get fined. But I don't think they're going to be an immediately important team. You know, but we have to be careful, because look at, like, Inquisitors. Inquisitors, we were like, fuck them. And then they started releasing, like, an Assault Battle, and they released Third Sister, and they released Grand Inquisitor, and they released, you know, the Grand Inquisitor's ship, and Scythe, and all of these things. So I think it is a team that you can't just ignore, but it's not something you have to, like, full on wail on. The first couple days with Hera, I did do all of my energy towards her, and then I stopped and I thought about it, and I was like, well, that's kind of dumb. I don't actually need to do that, because getting her 2 weeks earlier or 3 weeks earlier than the other guys isn't helping me at all. All right, so those are our easy teams. We have to go back to hot utils again, because I was dumb before. So we're going to lose game connection. Kyber, I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate the love. A lot of people have been sending love over the last couple of days with everything going on. And I haven't answered everybody just because it has been a lot of people, and it's, you know, repeating and rehashing the same thing over and over again. But I still do appreciate the messages. I really wanted to get Betcha to... Oh, did he clap back? I love it. I gotta see in a second while this is going. Tiny Bubbles from House of the Hut. I wanted to get R9 Betcha just for the fun of it. Seer Cal, Naboo raid, load. But I could not justify 25,000 crystals just for the silliness. I was gonna R9 her. Fuck gun. You know my stance on Gungans. I will fuck Gungans. Yeah, are you in LA, Tiny Bubbles? I hope you know, I hope, if I'm assuming you are, I obviously hope that you're doing okay. I know someone else from Three Scoundrels area is in LA. We have at least Cosghoul on our Discord is from LA. We actually, oh hey kitty. You know, we had done a charity drive back in December to benefit Child's Play. And we ended up diverting all of that money to LA Relief when that happened. And we re-raised the money for Child's Play afterwards. So, you know, our Discord, we try to do... This is why shit like what's going on has been bothering me. Because, like, all we fucking try to do is, you know, positive things for people. You know, well, that's, you know, obviously it sucks, but that's good to hear that you didn't lose anything. I know at least one person from that community did lose everything. I honestly, I can't even imagine. Let's see, what does Fat Phil say? Yeah. he sent me. He just sent me a PM that he yelled at his he yelled at his officers. Oh, that makes me so happy. All right, let's do. Where is it? Here it is. Okay, let's see. How many turns must I take to do this? Will we finish this in one shot? The answer, my friend, depends on RNG. The answer depends on RNG. How many times must Maul AoE before you let him destroy a wave? Well, fuck you, you stupid fucking droideka. Well, fuck you, you stupid fucking droideka. Okay, no. Yeah, right. Not gonna actually do anything, but sure. Might have to just refresh this one. Usually, if Droideka gets that stupid thing, it's an auto lose, and you gotta redo it anyway. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that Droideka needs to die in that first shot. When it does not die in that first shot, it just everything goes to hell. Man, now I feel like Phil just clap backed at me, and now I feel like I need to like buy signal data and shit. I will do awful things for signal data. Awful, awful, awful things. Oh my god, come on. This is like the one pain point, is that fucking Droideka. Come on, you stupid droid. Oh my god. Every fucking time. Does he get TM when you hit him? Because I feel like I haven't read his kit. But I've always done them. Well, let's see. I will do awful fucking things, man, for some signal data. I need a Swoogadaddy that I can send feet pics to. Let's see. Okay, so see, why does he go first? Why is he getting fucking TM? Come on. You are so young that I feel like I will get arrested for sending you feet pics. Sis Droideka, and for one turn, whenever an enemy takes a turn. Oh my god, come on. go. Yeah, okay, so there you go. See, this is why you don't get pictures of my feet. My feet are not pretty anyway. I'm a martial artist. My feet are dirty and gross. Like, anyone who wanted feet pictures of me, I'd question their sanity. Oh, honey, I didn't know you were 85. I'm just kidding. I love you. We play pickleball and ball in school. It's fun. Have a nice rest of your weekend, man. Stupid, like, pain points. These things shouldn't be happening. Why is it so annoying? But what the reality is, I like this team, I just... Oh wait, I didn't pay attention to what the modifier was. Okay, check. Hey, if you're into calluses, man. I got plenty of those. Oof. Now you're all gonna get your health back. Again, I only need to get to wave 7. I literally do not care about maxing this team. That's how much I hate this team. Tarsal when it comes to feet picks. You're right. I'm so old that I don't know. And honestly, I'm okay with being that old. Okay. This is where I hate it. This is where I hate everything. Right here, where it's just like, okay, we're gonna just like fuck with you. Oh my god, that was my one chance. If he, I hate this stupid fucking droid. I really do. If you can learn to do it, I can learn to do it. We can learn to do it. Just get through it. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. We can learn to do it too. Hey, Kunked. My little army boy. Oh my god. Those weren't even... It wasn't actually even droidicas, technically. It was sniper droids. I hated those sniper droids. Though, I will say, at least one time... I did get perfect waves in LSTB, and that is my claim to fame. Kunked is here to start the party. Okay. Okay, wonderful. Super great. But if we could just maybe consider allowing me to kill these motherfuckers. Don't you have somebody running your account right now? I feel like I talked to them like yesterday or 2 days ago. Why do we hit like wet noodles? Fucking charged. I hate fucking charged. Let's do this. Let's just hope for the best. Maybe I'll do enough damage with those AoEs because of it. So what I need is Maul to take turns. So we can refresh his AoE. Think we're okay now. Ish. I don't know. I don't have the thing I want, but we're gonna just go for it. Not the best outcome. Maybe it'll be enough. Come on. I don't think they've done it. I mean, I found the Maul team to be more reliable now. It's just that the team is annoying either way. I've spent whole freaking hours on this stupid team before, and afterwards, usually in a couple tries, I am annoyed that I'm having trouble getting to the 7th wave. Like, I should be able to get to the 7th wave, no friggin' problem. Be really nice if I were getting some, like, crits. But apparently we're allergic to fucking crits today. Alright. That was a fairly efficient one. We will go with this one first. And Solo, I was with you on Remnants, but I'm not anymore. I think it's been too long. I'm not expecting Remnants anymore for the next raid. Given that the next announced era has to do with the Vanguards, and we've already had Bad Batch as well. I don't see it happening anymore. I had to shovel this morning, K-Tribe. I did. I got up nice and early. I actually shoveled last night too. I'm the person who's like, I want to push as much of this snow as I can. So doing, and which was smart because the snow was very heavy this morning. So I had less of that to deal with. Okay. You know, when it comes to Paw Patrol, I am still, again, I've said this so many times. I see the writing on the wall of them signaling that R9 is going to be more and more important. And I want a return on my investment. I want a return on my investment with those R9s as soon as possible. So I am still, like, I get why some people don't want to do it, but I am still very pro R9ing Paw Patrol. And what I do is, for tier 5, 6, and 7, you get 100 crystals. So I use that to subsidize refreshing the R9 tier one time. So that I can get that ROI a little bit quicker. I don't think that the two are not intertwined, K-Tribe. I think both of those things are very much intertwined with a new progression and R9 being more important. But if you look at the writing on the wall, we have an R9 tier in the raids. We have R9 needed for ROTE. And a lot of guilds are starting to get to a point where they need to R9 things for ROTE. Like, that wasn't something they had to think about a year ago. Now they do. We're starting to see kits that are directly referencing higher relic levels and saying, hey, you need this relic level in order to blah, 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 this thing. So I see it as important. Hey, Slan. Lady Geek, I don't know if you were here before when we were talking about it, but if Vanguard's in the next raid, I actually see it as a good way for them to give players the free-to-play accessible team, right? I got my 7 waves. I don't give a shit anymore. So I don't fucking care. 7 waves is all that matters. So they always, every raid has had like a team that is, well, I even got a bonus kill. Every raid has had a team that is very free to play available. And I think that, you know, if they make that majorly the team that they've already offered, that's not an unsmart thing for them to do. All right, we are going to submit that. You know what? I had almost no R9 material left. Oh, because I didn't do Luminaria yet. Guild orders. I had almost no R9 material left, and I pulled the trigger on that. And you know, I don't have a ton of droid brains left, but I built these back up from getting those materials, and I do not at all regret it. And every month that event comes around, I'm one step closer to receiving that ROI. So identical teams, who said anything about identical teams? You know, what I kind of said was, you know, having some of the Jedi being available. We're gonna just try to run this on a guided auto. You know, they can have Empire with Order 66. Jedi Vanguard, you would have some of the old Jedi Vanguard who are available now for this, and some of the new Jedi Vanguard. You could have Bad Batch as part of that, which is a newer team, you know, and make both Bad Batch teams work, but make the new Bad Batch team more important. They also don't have to make it the entire thing, and just like Jedi Guardian, not Jedi Guardian, Jedi Consular, you know, some of them might just be shit. One of my favorite things about Paw Patrol, Lady Geek, is SNL did a sketch with Oscar Isaac, where he's like a news reporter, and just like, why the hell are these things in charge? This little boy, and I think it's one of the funniest sketches in the world. And I love like his drawl when he does the sketch. Who let this little boy in charge? Very, very funny. Yes, so Paw Patrol it's a show, it's a cute kid show. It's about this little kid Ryder who has these 5 dogs that he found or something, and they like save the city. And like one dog is the firefighting dog, and one dog is like the police dog, and one dog is like the construction dog. And they go out and rescue the city from certain danger every week. I've never actually seen the show itself, but I'm very aware of the show. Oh, actually it doesn't matter because it's the last one. See how much easier that is? So much easier. This one has become, it's gone from like 60% reliable to like 95% reliable, which is really, really nice. had a thought, but then my TB officer just messaged me. Now I forgot my thought. The other thing with the Paw Patrol characters, you know, I think R7 is the natural stopping point for most people. But at R9 and R8, like, I use them in TB all the time. On Kessel, they can 4-man. I use them in GAC, and not as much, but I don't know. I think they're a good team. Hey, Lysol man. Cheers, buddy. I see you've been streaming a lot at night lately. I'm assuming the kid has been keeping you up and has put you in that position, but I appreciate the raid, man. Wait, why am I pressing buttons? What the fuck? Pressing buttons. All right, we have to reset mods. All right, so we are going to go back to Hot Utils, let that do its thing. Yeah, I figured it had a lot to do with your daughter, and I've been able to pop in a little bit. You know, I try to make sure this stuff doesn't affect my home life much, so I do what I can to say hi to people. Hey, Yvonne, how's it going, buddy? How have your GACs been going? Were you watching Lysol, or did you pop in Extra? The Boo-ray, we want to go to base loadout. Load base loadout. I wanted to pop into your GAC that one night, but you did it like after my wife. I don't remember what happened. She might have woke up or something, and I don't know, something happened, and I was doing something with her. But I felt bad because I wanted to hang out with you. Not enough available inventory space to load my base loadout? What? It doesn't say that. Load. Oh my god. All right, let's pop this back in and see what's going on with shitty mods. Manage mods, because I'm at 500. Level 1 to 12, yes. Gray, less than 5 speed. Man, I don't have anything that I'm like, oh, I can just sell this super easy. This has put me in a little bit of a pickle. No speed sell. Interesting, because I don't want to fuck over any of my mods. Okay, so these are definitely old. So we can sell these, definitely. Let's actually go to just arrows. Let's say anything. These are all level 12, so we can sell those. Because I will definitely get these back. That's fine. And hopefully that is enough to do this. Yeah, he told me that you guys were in the same bracket. I actually had somebody that we know from Discord also in my bracket, but same thing. We did not match up. We both lost the first round. Load base loadout. Let's see, did I sell enough? Yeah, so we just didn't match up. I lost the first round, he lost the first round. We both, well, at least I won the second round. I don't know if he won the second round. But we just didn't end up getting matched up, which was a shame. But I guess it worked out because you know, I wouldn't have been able to stream that match tonight anyway, with it being the Super Bowl. Okay, it looks like we are going back. It is working now. That's good. Flying loadout. There we go. We can pop back into the game. Hey, Tumblo. Cheers. How's it going? Everybody's waking up now. All my friends. Waking up from their slumber. All of my, I guess, West Coast friends. Let's just make sure nothing fucked up. General Syndulla. Okay. All right, we have housekeeping, right? And then we got to go to roster reviews. So let's go to Discord. Check out our Discord corner. And fucking clapback. Where is my poll? Our poll from last time. Kira's done. Who are we doing on 2-9? We are doing... Interesting. This one was closer than usual. We are doing L337. Fuck you guys. L337. What is today's date? Is 2-9. 2-9 to 223. So 223 is the next one. Obviously, L337 is out because we are going to do her today. Even though I just... Oh, signal data, this is going to hurt. There she is. I don't even look at her mods. Like, I don't even have speed mods on her. Oof. I know, everybody likes L337. L337 is actually the last character from the old characters that I got to 7 stars. I got her to 7 stars in the last 6 months. I bit the bullet and said, hey, I gotta do it. She's the last one sitting in my roster at 6 stars. Alright, she is, well, yeah, we're not gonna mod her on stream because that's boring. Nobody wants to watch me modding people. I know she's good, I know. I just didn't have the time or the energy or the effort to be able to do it. To do her, do it, whatever. Who are we adding to this poll this time? We're starting to run out of characters. Look at that. Who's going in her place? We've got Baze, we got Bobo, we have Omega, we have Vandor, Talia, Bodhi Rook, Young Landom, The Mandalorian, Imperial Probe Droid. We're a little shorter on time, so who are we gonna change in? Tarful. Is Tarful already on here? Tarful's not already on here. All right. We'll throw Tarful in her place. Vandor's already on there, so we'll leave Vandor on there. L337 is finally finished. Who are we relicking? Okay, so just like we usually do, Acolyte. All right, we'll change Acolyte in somewhere. Because I like my Night Sisters. Let's do this. So I have 10 guys. We're going to keep most of them from last time just to keep them in there, just to like speed things up a little bit. I'm going to step out for 2 minutes, grab some water, go to the bathroom. I will post the poll while I am gone and all of the emojis. I will be right back. Just in time for pizza and porn to end. That was some good timing. Let's see. I just want to check on TB real quick. This looks good. We look good there. We look good there. We're gonna hit that to 320. Okay, we look like we're in good shape for our 42. Very nice. Let us head over to Discord. Discord. There it is. Only one vote so far. Interesting. That doesn't usually happen. Usually you guys all vote in the first day and then forget to vote after that. Where is roster reviews? Roster review requests. I know the first one, Ashtra. Interesting. Ashtra is a content creator there on our Discord. Newer content creator. I've done reviews for them in the past for their alt account. I know that they do reviews as well, so we'll check this out. I don't know if I've ever done their main account. I'm not 100% sure. But let's get into this. What time is it? 1:41. 1:41. Okay. Top 20 of your fleet looks like I don't need exacts. Mix of Leviathan Executor, some profundity. Am able to get one every day. You're coordinating. Yes. Assault battles, mostly in shape. No Paw Patrol yet. Places of Power only CT2, Forest Moon only CT2, which is a little bit interesting. What are you currently working on? Zepho mods, as well as bringing up my HC to higher relics. I've also got C at R2, but no Zetas. I'm also working on Barris and Ezrael for my Ray team. Guild is starting to ask for BKM for the ROI. Kind of. I'm not sure what to do in what order. How you are in a Zeta fucking crunch right now. I'm not sure what to do. How highly do you value efficiency? More efficiency playstyle over a fun playstyle. Are there any favorite characters? Same as last time. Okay, so I guess maybe I did their main account. I'd love to eventually get both Echoes to R9, do the character be my favorite in the show, but this will be far in the future. And you know what? R9 Paw Patrol, beautiful for that, because that's how you're getting those Relic 9 materials. All right, let's check this out, shall we? We got Astra's profile up. Here. There we go. Let's see. We are climbing with just an Executor right now. About 9 million GP. Oh, I forgot to guess. Silly me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 GL, and then C is at R2, so C is somewhere down here. Ships. We only have Executor right now. Let's see. You do have Dark Ray, no Zetas. Now, Dark Ray, I have seen. I know Daniel in chat and a few people on Reddit and Discord have said that she does make Places of Power not autoable, sorry, 3-starable for SLKR. So that's good news for you once you're able to get her up and running. I think she does transform the team from my little limited experience from her, but because you're in such a Zeta crunch right now, I don't think going from CT2 to CT3 is really your biggest priority. It's not your biggest concern right now. Hey, Limestone. How's it going, buddy? Yeah. I know you pop in sometimes to curse me out, but I love it. That's my love language between friends. I don't know why Forest Moon is only CT2. I mean, Veers, Stark, Piet. Where's Piet? Veers, Stark, Piet, Dark Trooper, and Range Trooper. Where is Range Trooper? Do you have Range? Yeah, Range Trooper. That should be taking out Forest Moon CT2 with really no problem at all. You don't, like, I don't know if this doesn't have mods because you just took them off for something to do something. But this is an easily solvable problem just by modding specifically for Forest Moon for that day. You're leaving a lot of materials on the table that are effectively free for you. You might need one Zeta. You know, I know you have the Piet ones, whichever the turn meter one is between Veers and Stark. But then again, you have Inquisitors, or at least you have Third Sister, right? And I know for a fact that Inquisitors can also do Places of Power CT3. I've seen it done before. Again, this might just require a remod specifically for that event. With more speed on some of these guys. Fifth Brother, yeah, like 9 speed, 11 speed. I get it. My Inquisitors are not super well modded because I haven't had the time or the priority to be able to do that just yet. But this is a great, I don't need any Zetas option because you already have them. It's just about the effort of remodding just for that event. Where are our Paw Patrols are at 4. Where you are in the game, I've given this advice before. I do strongly believe that if you're going to ignore these guys right now, it's fine. But I would very strongly suggest getting them to 5 stars to be able to do tier 1 and tier 2, just so that you can let the event every month farm them for you. You might need to core gear them up a little bit. And my pro tip for Paw Patrol is I have never been able to beat the event on manual, but for some reason auto works. It's like the computer is telling us we don't know how to play this team, but the computer, the AI, does know how to play the team. I don't know why, I don't know how, but it is what it is. I do think it's a smart short-term project because it'll save you a lot down the road to just be able to get those 2 right now. Working on Zepho mods, I mean, I know it's a pain in the ass, but it's just 2 characters, you know, so I would just remod for the event each time because I don't think it's a priority to spend a ton of resources on not remodding these guys. Again, I know it's a pain in the ass, but because it's only 2 characters, that's what I know. I have hot utils also, but that's what I do. Is this her leader? Whenever an enemy starts all in a game. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you need, probably don't need the determined assault Zeta because that's kind of like your oh shit button. But I mean, what is tier 10? Tier 7. Until an ally unit states that whenever an enemy starts a turn, gain damage. I can see her lead being useful. What about Jedi Knight Cal? Alright, Jedi Knight Cal, this is... Okay, that's his leader, which is not going to help you specifically for that anyway. Windmill defense. Man, you are in such a fucking Zeta, like a huge fucking Zeta crunch right now. Guess not the most important Zeta, but I still find it useful. Like, fuck. If I were you, Shit. Like, you have so much going on right now. Like, you... How do you not have Malgus? The fuck? Where are you in... Kyber 4 right now? Oh, that's a good point. That is a good point. Jedi Calcestis is the redheaded stepchild of my roster, who I do have, but I just hate the character. Leviathan. Profundity. Do 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 ba da 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 ba da be dee 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 dee. Where are we on BKM? You are so far. What I would say to you, Ashtra, honestly, is you're like in the worst Zeta crunch between, like, let's see, Ezra Hermit, what's his name? Ezra Exile. Between Ezra, between Sith Eternal Emperor, between Dark Ray, Ray Darkside version, between wanting to do BKM. Do you even have Barris's, like, between bringing up the HC? Between all of these things, you need to slow down. You can slow farm BKM. I think BKM is a really great guild farm. But I would strongly urge you to work on your ship farms, because your ship farms are not going to need as many Zetas. You might need 1 or 2 of them for speed on ships. But those are things that are fundamentally going to strongly help your guild in TB, because those battles are worth double. And they are going to fundamentally help you in GAC, especially as a content creator, and somebody who helps other people with their rosters. You need to take the time to put Zetas on the things that you're already working on, and while you're taking the time to put Zetas on the things that you're already working on, I would be taking time to get your Profundity and get your Leviathan, so that you don't have to 7-star them immediately. And again, it puts you in a position where, yes, you're going to get, like, Malgus out of it, and Malgus is going to need Zetas eventually. But the overarching farm that you want to do, which is the ship itself, is going to need them less. And again, it'll allow you time to let those things build up for free in your account until you're really ready to focus on them primarily. This is one of the worst Zeta crunches I have seen from a player. And I think that that's because you're scattered and you're like, hey, I want to work on this. Hey, I want to work on this. Hey, I want to work on this. So I do think that you need to work on things that are not going to make that Zeta crunch even harder. Like BKM, the Paz Vizsla tier, which is the first tier, you need both Zetas. I had someone reach out to me about it a few weeks ago, and I offered, I was home, it was like a snow day, it was something, I offered to do it for him, and I remodded him with, like, god mods, and I threw shit against the wall for an hour, just trying to get 4 hits in, and it was basically impossible to get those hits in. So between those Zetas and between the other Zetas you'll need for the event, and between BKM Zetas, you're just digging yourself in an even bigger Zeta hole. I would slow farm the requirements, but I think that you are in a position where you need very strongly to be working on your ship farms, which is only going to help you in GAC and in TB, and help you with that Zeta crunch. Now, should you work on Profundity or Leviathan first? You know, my answer is I don't know, just because you don't have Malgus yet. What the fuck? What? Hold on. My neighbor must be shoveling or plowing or something. I just heard and I was like, what is going on? You don't have those options available to you right now, and I don't know how far away from them you are. So I don't know if it's realistic to say, hey, go for Leviathan or go for Profundity. You'll I think, yeah, I can hear him. You'll have to make that choice on your own. I would say that if you can have Malgus and Fury class in the next like 3 to 4 months, do Leviathan first. If you can't, do Profundity first. But I really think that you need to focus on the farms that are not going to require further or too much further Zeta investment, if all that makes sense. You know, and again, BCAM is a great farm, and I do think from a guild perspective, it is a very important farm. Are you guys able to hear? I apologize if you're hearing all of that snow being pushed. There's not much I can do about it. So anyway, BKM is a really great guild farm that I do think you should prioritize to some extent, but I do think that you need to start applying those Zetas to make all of these characters useful to you. And you have strong farms that you can do while that's all going on. And I have a feeling you're going to ignore me, but that is what I would be doing right now. Yeah, I apologize. It seems like they just got up, and the snow is... the snow is very heavy. It's like that really heavy, like where you break through it and it just comes out in these giant chunks. I had to do mine this morning. It was not fun because I do not have a snowblower, and it sounds like he does have a snowblower. So Ashtra, that's what I would say to you. That's where you need to focus right now. And obviously, Forest Moon, you should be doing at CT3 right now. Inquisitors, like just all your fastest, best mods on all of them just for the event. Let's move on to, oh God, to Daniel, who is already telling me that they're in a worse Zeta crunch, which scares me. You guys, start spending your crystals on Zetas. All right, let's see. Top 20 of your fleet. I don't need exacts. 10 ooh, I almost spilled one on myself. I was the first executor in the server and get one every day. Are you coordinating? Ooh, let me timestamp this. I know you're here, but let's timestamp it just in case you need to go back. Assault battles, CT3 on almost everything, which is good. Fanatical Devotion, CT2. All right, so you probably don't have Third Sister yet. Duel of the Fates, CT2. Peridia Patrol, CT2. They don't technically have challenge tiers, so I don't necessarily know what CT2 is, but that's fine because we can actually look on the roster to see what they're at. Before anything else, the Zetas. I know my account is 15 months old. I can't get Zetas any faster than I am now. It sucks a lot. I need a priority list. Anyway, at the moment, my focus was making Conquest Either. I farmed IR, GM, did the POW, Omnicron. I got Red Crate. People love the POW Omicron. I'm not a big fan, but where you are in the game, I do think it makes sense. It definitely does make Conquest much easier for people in the mid game. For me, it just doesn't make sense to do. Hoarded gear and Zetas for Dark Ray and Ezra, so I unlocked them both as my first conquest characters this past Monday, and Trench 2. Do not put any Zetas on Trench, please. Next conquest, I will unlock Ben solo and possibly Luthen. I am side farming Balin since I'm close-ish, wrapping up my Iden team. Afra next, side shard farming. Did you buy the Afra bundle? Because the Afra bundle gave, I think, a couple Zetas. Side shard farming characters to unlock Jedi Knight Cal Kestis for JML. Maybe go for Leia as the next GL. Inquisition is now in the menu, but need lots of Zetas, which I don't have. Did you buy the Inquisitor Lightspeed bundle? I know you posted this before that bundle came out. Which, by the way, I did say this. You're welcome. Meathead reached out to me. I can't show you the whole conversation, but Meathead reached out to me about a month ago and asked me what he thought the next best Lightspeed bundle would be. And I sent him a huge, long, multi-paragraph thing on why I thought Inquisitors should come out, and math and statistics and numbers for different characters, and why I felt like that would be a huge hit. And just saying, came out a month later. So you're welcome, guys. That was all me. Buy me a beer and say thank you. You're dead set. Maybe if there's a better short-term option, I'm not opposed to deviating. How highly do you value efficiency versus fun? Absolutely efficiency. Are there any favorite characters? I already did it. Night Sisters and Zombies. Thankfully, it was useful. They are very, very useful. You saw me post a small screenshot of it, Alex. I did not post the whole conversation. You know, I do the things that I say to Meathead. His conversations with me are, I personally are privileged. I don't share them unless I have his permission. I did ask his permission if I could boast about that. I didn't say that I obviously knew I was the person, but he did say it was fine. So that's the only reason why I shared that. All right, let's see this account, huh? 8.2 million, up Sith's Creek without a Padawan. I like it. I like the name. Iridium, we got Executor. Jabba, Rey, Jedi Master, Sith 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of these. Okay, so Captain Enoch is, so you have R7 tier for Paw Patrol, which means same thing. R7 tier for Duel of the Fates. Again, I like the R9 tier. I get not everybody doing it. I try not to push it on people. I do think at least the Duel of the Fates one is super important because the ROI is much, much, much closer anyway, either way. Let's see. Got the Hezra. Did you get... Hezra, you know, I'm assuming you don't have Ahsoka. Yeah, you don't have Ahsoka. How close are you on those guys on Spectre? So you're kind of in the same position I'm at here. Hezra does make Rey a powerhouse. I'm not sure how much of a powerhouse it makes her without Ben, but I know that you are unlocking Ben in the very near future. So that will make your Rey team really, really amazing going forward. I don't know. I really don't think I would do anything with Luthen right now once you unlock him. Obviously, Datacrons, as Datacrons change, it'll make him strong, it'll make him weak. He is great when he has his Datacron or a Datacron that's applicable. But, you know, kind of the same thing that I said to Ashtra is you are in this really intense Zeta crunch and you need to work yourself out of that hole. And if you go down too many paths, you're going to just be building that hole bigger and bigger and deeper and deeper and deeper. You know, like I probably wouldn't have given a shit about an Iden team right now, personally. I'm assuming you bought the Afra bundle. Afra's nice. I like her. I do use her. I think she has a Datacron in the set that's coming up, which will make her very useful with Jabba. But generally, she's not a priority. If you already have her requirements, I get it. Let's actually check on that, just to kind of, so we're not talking out of our ass. But I imagine that you do. Where is she? Yeah, you do. It's such a pain in the ass event, though. Well, that fucking Hondo tier is like god awful. Side farming for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. I would be shard farming for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, less for Jedi Knight Jedi Master Luke, and more for Zepho. You know, it is one of those guild things that's just really good. I personally think BKM is the better one to start with for most people because it's an easier battle. But your guild dictates that, not me. And being in a 450 guild, I can only imagine that either you are strongly pushing towards unlocking Zepho, or you do unlock Zepho at this point, so it is something that's good for you to have. Let's just kind of take a peek. Lord Vader, Star Killer, GI, Jabba, Profundity. What is this? Okay. Leia, Bo-Katan, Ahsoka. When are you unlocking that? Because I feel like my advice to you, man, is going to be very similar to what I was saying to Ashtra. Is, you know, this is a good time to be working on ship projects. Ships are a vital part of this game, as much as a lot of people hate them, and I'm not a big fan of them either. But they are something that, again, they kind of shape your ability to get further in GAC. They also really are helpful in TB because those battles are worth double, and they typically, not all of them, are easier battles. And doing those things before you full out need them, right? So like Profundity, before you really need Profundity, allows you kind of to let the shards build up passively instead of having to spend crystals on those shards. But I feel like you're in a very similar position where you have all of these side farms that you're doing, Targeted Gear, Zetas, where you have all these side farms that you're doing, and all of these Zeta projects, when you could be working on something that will fundamentally help you as a player without having to spend a lot of Zetas on doing it. And again, because there's so few of them, and because it's such an important part of the game, I feel like it's just something that all players should be taking seriously. And if you're not working on any ships, every player should at least be slow farming 1 to 2 ships at a time, even if it's not a priority farm at that moment, just to make sure that you're ready to jump on anything in the future. You know, I don't know how close you are to Malgus. I'm waiting very patiently for you to answer me on that. You know what? I had only my Twitch up, and that's why I wasn't seeing you. Be gentle. He's on my Ray for a while. Ben comes next. She does is why I want to build. They already unlocked her. Dude, I've been putting off Profundity. It needs just 2. And Mandalore needs 5. Mandalore actually only needs... Well... Mandalore needs... I get what you're saying, Alex, that Mandalore needs 5 R7s because you need to unlock BKM. But the mission itself is less. But the reason why I think players should go towards it is Zepho's mission is... It's not hard, but it is a lot more RNG dependent, and if you don't have the modding for it, like my guild is a 600 million guild, and maybe 33 out of 50 people do the mission and win each time. Whereas BKM, you can just click buttons and it'll be done. So if you're a while away from the Malgus PG, I really would strongly recommend working towards Profundity right now, because that's going to give you a reprieve for a few months so that you can use Zetas and build up Zetas and put those Zetas on Ben and put those Zetas, you know, towards your Afra and put those Zetas towards Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. You can do all of that while you're working on Profundity right now. And if do you buy the Conquest? Do you get that pass? No, right? So you only get 20 shards a month. So if you're at 120 for Malgus, I'm assuming probably not too far off with Fury class. 330 minus 120. I cannot give advice, so 10.5 months really for that. I cannot give advice based off of maybes. That's the thing. I can't give advice based off this might happen. It's a dangerous way to give advice. So Fury class is done, perfect. I would be working on Profundity, you know, and then 10.5 months, you already have Fury class. After that, I would be working towards Leviathan. That should put you in a nice timeline to either have Malgus or maybe have to refresh the event once or twice to get him early enough. But I think you need time in the middle is what you need. You need time where you can Zeta all of the things you want to Zeta. And you can make useful all of the teams you want to make useful. You know, because like Afra, you already have all of her stuff. You just need Zetas to unlock her. And then you need Zetas for her. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, you're going to need core gear and a little bit of Chirotech, yes, to get them to G12. But I think the right move for you is working, honestly, on Profundity and Leviathan while you're shelling out those Zetas to those teams that you really, really have already ready for you. I would not, if you're talking about using the shop, I would not use the shop on that personally. The weekly shop, right? Is Malgus. I would never, ever, ever use Legends tokens on those shards. Ever, ever, ever. That's a never, ever, 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 never, ever, 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 ever do that. Never. Just don't. Do not ever use. Don't do it. Never do it. This, where is it? Don't. Never, 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 ever do this. Never. Just don't fucking do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Either way, I think that is, again, it's a smart move for you, is putting in the time right now. Steve Carell, God no. The Toby no, this one the no. that one. Don't do it. Just don't. Put in the time on those fleets right now. Profundity first, Leviathan next. You have so much to work on that you can build that comes before that. Between Ben coming up. Ben is coming up for you. Yes, because you already invested in Hezra, yes, do Ben. You have to do Ben. It's what makes Ray work. I would shy away from Luthen. Do Afra because you spent $50 on it. You might as well finish up Afra and get her working. Zepho, Jedi Knight, Cal Kestis. Yes, do those things while you're working on your Profundity and your Leviathan, but that's where you need to focus now because you need time. If you focus on anything else, you're just increasing your Zeta debt. And you don't need to increase your Zeta debt right now. That's it. I have spoken. And also never, yes, Omicrons, never those shards. Don't ever do that. Please don't. Please, it'll make me cry. We're going to try to get one more in. What is it? It's almost 10 o'clock. We got a movie possibly at 11. Let's see what's going on here with Alex. And remember, always have your pets spayed and neutered. Alex, I know you're here. All types being requested. Normal review. What's the type of your fleet arena? Executors, Leviathans. I don't climb since I don't have much time for this and I don't really care about it and we don't have a Discord chat. Oh, that sucks. I cannot stress. I know time is a factor. Everybody, time is a factor. But those crystals are so important. Everything is CT1 except... or CT3 except NS and Phoenix, R9 Ponchos, R7 Paw Patrol. We've talked about the R7 versus R9 Paw Patrol. This is a good natural stopping point. If I can't convince you otherwise, or maybe I did, that's fine. CT1 is the important thing when it comes to your assault battles, so I wouldn't stress that too much. Working on Beskar Mando, Bo-Katan Mando, not Beskar Mando, while finishing GOs. Okay, and R9 Paw Patrol. Okay, after that, I'll finish several TW teams, Trench GM, DTMG, BKM. BKM is I would do BKM as your first of these, because that's going to be a really great GAC team as well. And Leviathan, Ahsoka, and some more GLs. Are you dead set? Not super dead set, but basically Guild asked to get more GL ships. That's what I'm going to do. Fun, efficiency. I think my roster can tell that I don't care much about efficiency. Are there any favorite characters, even though it's probably not smart? Going to prioritize the rest of the steps soon to get to the same level as my GOs. Oh, man. It's hard because when we talk about an account that is for, 75-25 is still more efficiency than anything else. But as a player that very rarely does fun farms, just take all of my advice with a grain of salt, and just remember that nothing that I say is law. When people don't do what I say and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I wanted to do this project because it's fun for me, the game is about having fun, so have your fun. Do the thing that you enjoy, even if it's going to slow you down a little bit. Let's take a look. Erodium, rank 22. I understand not having the time for this climb, and I get it. When you have Leviathan, it is a primarily autoable battle, which is really nice. I don't generally have time for my fleet climb, and I tune in just long enough to launch the battle. And if I go first, I auto it right from the beginning. If I don't go first, you auto it right till Scimitar comes out, and then I hit auto. But it is, you're getting some fleet crystals, but the game like fundamentally changes when you're able to get into like the top 5. I'm not going to spend time trying to convince you though, because time is something that I can't time is something that I can't, change, whatever your time commitment is. Kylo, C, Evil Ray, so 3GL. Man, you need Jabba. This is a I need Jabba. Alex, I know you know me. I've seen you before. This is an I need Jabba account more than anything else. Bo-Katan Mandalore. If I had my way with this account, do have Malgus unlocked, which is nice. Do have Fury class, which is nice. Finishing Geos. How close are my Geos for fun? They're close. They're almost there. You almost have it. Trench, Great Mothers. Not even close on that one. Trench, Trooper, Moff Gideon. Okay. I'm not going to tell you not to R9 your Geos because you're already basically there and it's clearly your passion. I would personally, for now, skip Trench, GM, Great Mothers, and DTMG, and only do Bo-Katan Mandalore because that's going to be a really solid guild farm. It's going to be a really solid TW farm, and it's going to be a really solid GAC farm. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, like, Jabba, man, like, you need him. He's just such. I cannot stress to people just how important Jabba the Hutt is to players, and just how transformative he is for modding. And if you're someone who wants to play TW, you need that modding. Let's see. Leviathan. Okay. Profundity. Not even really there yet. Man, you're in that dichotomy of like Jabba, JML, Profundity, Leviathan. Those are the things that I would be hitting hard at. I think I would. Where are we at? I think if we were to follow what I would do, I'm just going to tell you what I would do with this account. And you slot in the fun stuff that you want to do outside of the things that I would do with this account. I think that I would be pushing very hard on Jabba right now. Do you have Jedi Knight Luke? We do. I would be pushing very, very hard for Jabba right now. Like, very, very hard for Jabba right now. While I'm working on Jabba, I would be working on like my Profundity, the farms that you need to do, like, Mon Mothma, which is going to help with Jedi Master Luke 2 and just doing 5 battles a day. So I'd be side farming Profundity, and I'd be doing Jedi Master Luke into Leviathan, right? That's what I would do if I were given this account tomorrow, and I don't want it. But people ask me all the time, oh, do you want my account? I'm quitting. Like, you can have it. I don't want accounts. I spend too much time on one account. I would be going Jabba, Profundity, Jedi Master Luke, and I would say Leviathan after that. But, when you talk about this much time into the future, who knows where the game will be and if that'll be important or if there'll be something more important. The only one of your fun farms that I would maybe slot in other than the Geos, because you're already there, is BKM. That's the only one, because it's going to benefit you, it's going to benefit your guild, and it's going to benefit you in multiple pieces of the game. But I think anything else right now, you're doing yourself a disservice, personally. So, Alex, I know you're here, or you were here. I don't know if you got mad when I kept saying no to the tokens, using the ultimate tokens. Do you have any other questions? I already have this service. What are you talking about? Well, listen, that's what I would do. Do you have any other, like, is there anything like hyper specific, since you're here, that I can kind of look into for you? Because I can really only tell you like what I would do more than anything else. Yes, except on what I say about those tokens. That's the only thing. Everything else is like, follow me, I promise you. Follow me and everything is all right. Just tell me you will farm a Java at night, and if you want ROI or something else to do, JML's the best conquest unit for you. Ba-da-da. It comes down to a question of, can you farm Ahsoka? You can. I think we've already... Ooh, that's not where I want. I think we've already signaled kind of that Ahsoka's good, but she doesn't give you anything other than being a good team. So can you do it if you really like her and you want to? Yes, but all you're getting is a good team out of it. Jabba is giving you a good team. It is giving you a good TB team, a good TW team, a good GAC team. It is giving you the modding that you just so desperately need. JML is giving you the most amazing possible team that you can have in Conquest. Profundity and Leviathan are basically giving you, they're pushing you to be able to go further here, right? In GAC. But what is Ahsoka actually giving you right now? And the answer is nothing that none of these other things can be giving you. So, can you? Yes. Would I? No. I think that's the best way to put it. Five event characters, 2 Jedi. What is the best next? When will you slot in relic levels? JJ Binks, I would love to give you some answers. Oh my god. Ooh, I would love to give you some answers on that. I really would. It is very close to when I have to leave because my wife and I are going to the movies, presumably, depending on how she's feeling. We do have a Discord, and I do typically have a line of people. So I still haven't even gotten through my line. So, if you have specific questions, and I'll drop it in chat, you're obviously welcome to pop in on our Discord and get those answers. But with that said, I do need to go check and make sure that she is good, that she, whether she wants to go to the movie, if there's anything that I can do. If I can leave you guys with anything today, though, obviously we've seen a lot of negativity. we've seen a lot of negativity through Discord and Twitch and Reddit lately. And just be fucking I love you, Daniel. Just, you know, but like just be good to each other, you know? Like just understand that everybody is a person and everybody is affected by the things that are said, and do your best to not be an asshole. I did receive some answers this morning in relation to the video I posted. Some things that I did not expect. But again, I'm gonna leave that to myself for right now. And I appreciate all of the support and the well wishes that I have received over the last couple of days, whether I had the time to thank you personally, or whether I just read them. We're gonna raid Womprat. I don't think he's playing Star Wars right now, but he is a good friend of ours. So we're gonna raid out to him. Have a great rest of your day. Go Eagles, because I'm tired of Kansas City and I'm tired of Bones thinking he's hot shit. And I will see you guys next week for brunch. Ba-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da.